So we will move on to Double H in the H.
Double H in the H. No, I don't
Yeah,
like that one. I don't
Hector
like it.
Herrera in the H in Houston, signing for the Houston Dynamo in July. One of quite a few now Mexican internationals playing in MLS, and quite a few more looking to make the move. What do you think about the signing?
I think it's a great move for Houston. He's a key player for the Mexican national team, and he's not super old. I mean, he's only 31. He's still got plenty of years left in the tank. He's probably towards the end part of his prime, but again, still in his prime. It's a move to a team that desperately needs some help. Well, maybe not desperately, but definitely needs some help. So I think it's a great move for Houston. Even though I think the midfield is an already pretty crowded space, I think Herrera is an instant upgrade on anybody that's there. And I fully think that, kind of like you said, moves like this are going to keep happening in the future, and I think that's a good thing. I think moves like this need to continue to happen in the future. And again, I think it's a good move for Hector Herrera too, because now he can get more consistent game time than he was getting at Atletico Madrid, and he could be the star of the team. He will most likely be the face of the team, and get a lot more opportunities than he was previously getting.
Yeah, absolutely. Not even the oldest player on Atletico Madrid, by the way. So get prepared for anybody who's calling it a retirement move, because we know how to combat that. But agreed. I think it's a decent move. We talk a lot about how this is a team that could have used a real game changer, especially after Joe Corona was waived. That they really needed a game changer in midfield. And this is the guy. Top player and a captain, actually, for LLL Tree. See what I did there?
Yeah, I like that. That was
Nice.
better than Triple H or whatever you're doing.
USA. Anyways, but the massive thing for me is this. I can very easily, I watched Carlos Salcedo play for 90 minutes today. Well, 80 whatever minutes, looked like garbage and looked like he just didn't want to be there the whole time. And that's the reason why Red Bull was able to beat up on them. He can very easily walk into this very subpar Houston team, realize that all these players are not nearly at the level that they should be at, or that he's used to playing at, and then just be a diva, walk around and cause a ton of problems. If you can prevent that, they've got a great number 8 and maybe a top 5 number 8 in the league. If not, you're in for one. Ask Toronto, who lost by 3 goals to Red Bull today after a Lewis Morgan hat trick. Oh man, did I slide that back in there?
Sorry. Unfortunately, you did.
I had to, All right, well, what do you think about Houston getting into the playoffs? I don't think either of us had them in there to begin with. Yeah. Do they get in with this move?
No, but I do think the timing is good, because he can come in, he can have some time to adjust to the play style, kind of get some chemistry with his teammates, and then when next year rolls around, maybe you add a couple more pieces to Houston. Now you make your playoff run. So I think the timing's good, but I don't think it, because I believe he will join in the summer, from what I read. But I don't think it gets them into the playoffs.
Speaking of July, can we we're not going to talk about it, but we probably could make an entire episode just simply on how many great transfers are coming in July. That'll probably be like a June episode. But man, there are lots of good ones. But I agree. I don't think this is a instant playoff predictor, playoff potential changing move. But next year, I think, just like you, I think next year they're going to be in a better position for it. Yeah, just there's a lot more that they still need to fix there, but they're moving in the right direction for sure. What about his place as the captain or an instant starter on the men's national team? Do you think that changes now that he is an MLS player?
I think it's a viable question, just by the way that Carlos Vela was treated. I mean, Vela came in and was blowing the league out of the water. I mean, he was MVP, record-setting performances from him, and Tata still wouldn't call him into the team. And I don't know that whole story exactly. I don't know if it was Vela turning it down or if it was Tata just not calling him in. I thought it was that Tata was just not calling him in because he was playing in MLS. If that's the case, then I think this question is it's a good question to ask regarding Herrera. However, I don't think it changes his place in the team. I don't think his position is as replaceable as Vela was. Because I know on winger they have Chucky Lozano and Linez, so I think it's easy to swap out Vela. I can't think of anybody that would be like a direct replacement for Herrera that would be able to like fill the shoes enough to replace him. I do
they're
think
just not deep enough, right?
I don't think so. Yeah, and I don't think he would lose his spot, but maybe down the line Tata could pull the cord early if Tata's still there. He could maybe make that switch if someone was to become available, because I believe Tata does not like his players playing in MLS, if I remember correctly.
You absolutely remember correctly. I just looked up their most recent World Cup qualifying roster for the January and early February camp.
Yeah.
A single MLS player. Do you know who it is?
Ochoa?
Nope.
Like current MLS, or they were MLS at that time?
Current MLS.
Was it Salcedo?
It was not Salcedo. Salcedo didn't get called up either.
Julian Araujo.
Julian Araujo, yep. Only one. No, Alan Pulido was hurt, but you did Carlos Salcedo's most recent call up was in the Gold Cup, but he was not with Toronto at that point. Efren Alvarez most recent call up was December 2021. And Chicharito's most recent call up was before the 2021 World Cup. And Alan Pulido, same thing. So he very rarely calls in these players. So it's a very fair point. However, this is your captain. This is your first name on the team sheet. This is the guy who controls your entire tempo of your game. There's not a chance that he misses out on any of the World Cup qualifiers. And if they make it in, there's not a chance he doesn't get called. You just can't. How do you replace a captain like that simply in like that? You just can't.
Yeah.
There's not a chance. And if it does, I'm laughing. Go on. Have fun. I dare you. It bothers me not. But if I'm a Mexican national team fan and I'm sitting there saying, well, he shouldn't play because he plays in MLS, boo on you.